بالعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, on the night that I was taken on my night journey to the heavens, Laylat al-Isra wal Mi'raj, I passed by a group of people scratching their own faces with their nails. So I asked, "O Jibreel, who are these people?" So he replied, "These are people who backbite about other people, and disparaged their reputations." So please listen to this hadith very carefully and understand it. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله: مررت ليلة أسري بي على قوم يخمشون وجوههم بأظفارهم، فقلت يا جبرائيل من هؤلاء؟ من ذول الناس اللي يخمشون وجوههم بأظافرهم، وليش دي يسوون هيجي؟ فقلت يا جبرائيل من هؤلاء؟ فقال: هؤلاء الذين يغتابون الناس ويقعون في أعراضهم. نعوذ بالله. قال هذول اللي يشيلون غيبة الناس ويقعون في أعراضهم. وترى كلمة العرض أنا ذاكرها سابقا أعم من تكون الشرف. العرض قد تسقط لك إنسان تقول مثلا هذا بخيل، هنا أنا أيضا اتهمته في عرضه، سقطت عرضه. قد تقول هذا الإنسان وسخ، هاي أيضا اتهمته في عرضه. فكنت تنتبهون ديرون بالكم، هاي القضية قضية كلش مهمة. With Islamic laws, we reach to issue number 714. As a recommended precaution, the forehead the palms of the hands, the forehead, you know the forehead, this area, okay? The palms of the hands, and the back of the hands, don't forget that we are still with tayammum, of a person wishing to do tayammum should be tahir. So your forehead, if it is obligatory on you or your duty is to perform tayammum, your forehead, this part should be tahir, the palms of your hands should be tahir, the back of your hands should be tahir also. Is this understood? Okay. Last lecture, I think one of you asked me about a person who has one hand. How, for example, his left hand has been cut off. His hand has been cut off. If it is cut off from just his fist, just his fist, okay? So he can wipe the back of his hand, or he can wipe his forehead with what? With his hand and the back of his right hand with what? Which was left, or which is left of his hand. If it is cut from here, and he has only the right hand, so he can wipe his forehead by what? by the palm of his right hand, and he can wipe the back of his right hand where? On the earth. On the earth. Yes, Sheikh.
I take, if I have just one hand, I wipe it in center of here, in my forehead.
Yes, like this. And how I wipe this? On the earth. All right. Issue number 715. While performing tayammum, one should remove the ring one is wearing. The ring, just like this I wear, okay? Should remove it, and also remove any obstruction which may be on his forehead. Maybe there is a plaster, there is a glue on his forehead. He should remove it on his forehead or on the palms or back of his hand. He should what? He should remove them. Example, if anything is stuck on them, just I told you, just like glue and so on.
Sir?
Yes.
Part of you don't say if my hands are not tahir.
If your hands are not tahir?
Yes.
No, it should be tahir. They should be tahir. If you want to make tayammum, they should be tahir.
But if
We will talk about this. We will talk about this. Yes. Issue number 716. If a person has a wound on his forehead, this person has what? Has a wound on his forehead or on the back of his hands, and if it is tied, the back of his hand is tied, or his forehead is what? Is tied with a bandage. Yes, with a bandage or something else like jabira, which cannot be removed. Which cannot be removed. He should wipe his hands over that jabira, over that bandage. For example, if I have a bandage on the back of my left hand, okay, if I can move it and wipe the back of my left hand, I should what? I should lift it. But if I cannot, why I cannot? Because if I move the jabira, if I move the bandage, it will continue, for example, bleeding. It will what? For example, it will be bleeding. So I cannot remove what? The bandage. So how can I make tayammum? Just wipe on the bandage. Just wipe on the bandage. So if a person has a wound on his forehead or on the back of his hands, and if it is tied with a bandage or something else like jabira, which cannot be removed, he should wipe his hands over it. It here refers to what? To the jabira, to the bandage. And if the jabira on the palm, if the jabira on the palm, if the jabira were on the palm right here of his hand, so if it is not covered all the palm, now we have two things. If the jabira, bless you, if the jabira is not covering the whole palm, for example, it is only on this part, and this part is what is left without jabira, or it is only on this part, and this part is what is without jabira. Okay, if it is not covered all the palm, he should wipe by the part which is remained And if it is covered all the palm, it is enough to wipe by the however it better. You see? He should wipe with what? With the rest, which is not covered by jabira. You understand that? It should be wiped with the rest. If it is not covered all the palm, he should wipe by the part which is remained, and if it is which is remained without covering, and if it is covered all the palm, if the jabira it covers all the palm, it is enough to wipe by it. However, it better. It is enough to wipe by it. It here refers to what? To the jabira, which is stuck on the palm.
With jabira?
Yes. If the jabira covers all the palm, I should what? I should wipe with the jabira. With the jabira. By the part, yes. It is enough to wipe by it. However, it is better.
With one hand or with two hands? With one hand?
Definitely, I'm talking about the two hands.
Yeah.
If one hand is covered with jabira, I can wipe with the other hand. Yes. Okay. He has to strike or put his bandaged hands on a thing with which it is permissible to perform tayammum, and then wipe by jabira and the back of the hand. So now, for example, there is what? There is jabira in my what? In my palm. We have two cases. The first case, it is that jabira, it is not covering the whole palm. It just covers part of it. So for example, this part is covered with what? With jabira. Imagine this is the jabira, okay? And it is covered like this. Only this is jabira. Now, how can I wipe? I will wipe with what? With the rest place, which is not covered by what? By jabira. I can wipe with this. All right? Now, how about if all my hand is covered with what? With jabira. I can wipe with what? With the jabira on my hand. Definitely this jabira, I cannot move it. I cannot remove it. This jabira, I cannot remove it. You understand this? So I can wipe with what? With whole back of the jabira. Okay. And the back of the hand, and the back of the hand. And also, not only with the jabira, but also by the back of the hand, and also by the back of the hand. Yes, look. First of all, I have to put or strike my palm on the earth, or the thing which is with which it is permissible to perform tayammum, and then wipe by jabira and the back of the hand. Yani with the jabira and with the back of the hand. Two things. Wipe twice. With the jabira, with the palm, and then with the back of my hand. يعني عرفت شلون اخواني؟ هنا انا راح امسح مرتين، مرة بالكف اللي عليها جبيرة، امسح بالكف اللي عليها جبيرة، ومرة ثانية باش امسح بظاهر الكف، وهذه ايضا هيجي وهيجي. واضحة اخواني؟ أعيدها. Now, I have jabira on all my hand, okay? All my hand is what? Is covered with jabira. How can I wipe with it? I can wipe with whole my hand with what? With jabira, okay? Then with jabira. Then after that, first of all I have to wipe my forehead. My forehead, I wipe it with what? With the jabira, okay? Then I wipe it with what? With the back of my hand. And also when I wipe my back, my right back with the jabira, then I have to wipe it with what? With the back of my hand.
What if the jabira covered all my hands, not just this part?
So I need only to cover it once, 5 jabira, that's it. Is this understood, inshallah? Issue number 700, yes sir.
You mean palms with the finger? Or this area?
I said the palm, this is the palm. All of it is hand, the palm.
Yes. If my fingers are without jabira, I can.
No, I need with the palm.
Yeah.
Issue number 717. There is no harm if there is hair on the forehead. Some people, he is agham, if you remember. You know what does it mean, agham? What does it mean, agham? Agham, it means the person who is agham. الشيخ كرر يقول أغام هو الأغام يعني شو اسمه؟ No, this idiom أغام, it means a person who has hair on his forehead. احنا بالفقه عندنا اصطلاحان. تعريف الأغام هو الذي لديه شعر على جبينه أو الذي يغطي الشعر جبينه، هذا نسميه أغام. هذا أغام. زين هذا شلون؟ There is no harm if there is hair on the forehead or on the back of the hand. It doesn't matter. If the hair on the forehead or the hair on the back of his hand, it doesn't matter.
There is no difference? There is no difference.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. However, if the hair of his head is what? Here it should be false. Yes. If the hair of his head falls on his forehead, then it should be pushed back. طبعا أني ما عندي شعر ينزل على الجبهة مالتي. السبب؟ من يعرف السبب؟ شو ضحكت ليش؟ شيخنا أنت بولد. أنت أصلع، منين لك شعر يجي على قصتك؟ Okay, I'm bald. If I have hair just like Sheikh Haidar Mu? Sheikh Husham. If the hair is just like Sheikh Husham, now his hair is coming on his forehead. Okay, while he wants to wipe his forehead, he should what? He should push away. He should push away the hair and to wipe his forehead. But maybe you'll ask, what is the difference if the hair from the forehead itself or the head or the hair comes from the head to the forehead? No, there is different. There is a different.
You mean the hair in original?
If it is originally on the forehead, you can wipe on it. But if the hair comes from above, you should push it away. You should push it away and you should wipe what? You should wipe the forehead. Yes, there is no harm if there is hair on the forehead or on the back of hands. However, if the hair of his head falls on his forehead, then he should be pushed, then it should be pushed back and wipe under the hair and pushed back and wipe under the hair. And if there is unusual hair growing on it, بعض الأحيان الشعر ينمو هنا بشكل مو طبيعي مثل الشعر هذه. It will be sufficient to wipe it, otherwise it should be removed. يقول بعض الأحيان هذا الشعر هو طويل، منه هو طويل، تقدر تمسح عليه، مرات يقول إيه طويل، مثل هذا الشعر الخفيف اللي موجود على ظاهر اليد، تمام؟ يقول تقدر تمسح عليه. But sometimes it is unusual. It is unusual. مثل ايش؟ يقول مثل شعر الراس طالع هنا، لا هذا يحتاج شنو؟ We have to remove we have to remove it. يعني شنو؟ نقصها ونوخر نزينه. اللي وين؟ اللي على الفورهيد، ونحتاج احنا تيمم. Issue number 718. If you do not have a question, if one feels that one has some obstruction, you know what's the meaning of obstruction? حائل، حاجز، مانع. On his forehead, just like a glue, a gum, some drops of paint, okay? Or this obstruction on the palm or back of his hands. An obstruction commonly known to be so. An obstruction commonly known to be so, then one should verify and ensure that obstruction is what is removed. You have to remove this obstruction, because with this obstruction, if you wipe with it, it will prevent what? It will turn your tayammum to be void. It will turn your tayammum will be void. So you have to remove that obstruction. Issue number 719. If the obligation of a person is tayammum, his duty is what? Tayammum. Maybe he doesn't have water. Maybe if he used water, he would be sick. Many reasons, as we have taken before. So his duty is to make or to perform tayammum. If the obligation of a person is tayammum, but he cannot perform it himself, he is sick, he should solicit assistance. He should solicit assistance. He should ask somebody to help him. If it needs money and he has the ability and his budget can endure such thing, he should hire somebody. So he should solicit assistance, and the one who assists should make him perform tayammum with his own hands. For example, I cannot use my hands to perform tayammum, and I asked Sheikh Asil to help me. Now Sheikh Asil, when came to me, he should use my hands. He should use my hands to what? To perform tayammum. Not to use his own hands to perform tayammum to me. No, he should take my hands and strike them or put them on the ground, then take my hands to wipe my forehead, then take my left hand to wipe the back of the right hand, then take my right hand to wipe what? The back of the left hand. He should use what? He should use my hands to do or to perform tayammum. So if the obligation of a person is tayammum, but he cannot perform it himself, he should solicit assistance. And this assistant who assists should make him perform tayammum with his own hands. However, if this is not possible, the assist should strike his hands on a thing on which it is lawful to perform tayammum, and then wipe it on the person's foreheads and hands. For example, I cannot use my hands. Maybe my palms are what? Are burnt. My palms are burnt. Okay? So when Sheikh Asil came to me, so he is going to use his own hands. He's going to put his hands or strike his hands on the ground, on the earth, and to wipe my forehead, then wipe my right hand with his hand, and to wipe my left hand with his hand also. Why? Because I cannot use my hands. However, if this is not possible, the assistant should strike his hands on a thing on which it is lawful to perform tayammum, and then wipe it on the person's forehead and hands. In the first instance, when Sheikh Asil, I cannot use my hand, but Sheikh Asil is going to help me perform tayammum with my own hands. Okay? In the first instance, the niyyah for tayammum by the person himself. So the niyyah will be with what? With myself. I should do what? I should say the niyyah or make the niyyah. Will be sufficient. That will be sufficient. But as an obligatory precaution, both me and Sheikh Asil, he and his assistant should make the niyyah in both the cases. In both the cases. Yes, Mr. Ahmed.
Both of the niyyahs will be the same. The niyyah of
For tayammum.
Sheikh Asil,
Yes.
same as the niyyah of mine.
Yes, the niyyah of Sheikh Asil is to perform tayammum for me. And I perform, my niyyah is to perform tayammum for salah.
So there is difference between.
Yes, yes, because his niyyah it will be for yes.
Sheikh Ahmed,
Yes.
it's conditioned that Sheikh Asil, for example, his clothes should be tahir or he should be tahir, or I would not ask for this.
What his
The assistant will help me.
I need his hands. If he is going to use his hands to perform tayammum, I need his hands to be tahir.
And not his clothes, for example.
No.
What in case if I was with the people of the book, a Christian or Jewish? For example, in some place, I cannot use my hands in that situation. Can I ask him for example, to do the tayammum for me as assistant?
Here the jurist, he doesn't mention that the person who is going to assist you, whether he is a Muslim or a Christian.
Anyway.
Just assistant. Even the intention from him, it is not obligatory. It is obligatory on me, but not on him. Look, he should ignore. This is, but as an obligatory precaution, both he and his assistant should be what? Should make the niyyah. But it is not.
But he says obligatory precaution, both of them.
Yes, but this is what in recommend. Let me check. In the first instance, the niyyah for tayammum by the person himself. This is a vertical. But as an obligatory precaution, it is not a vertical. It's an obligatory precaution. You can change it to another jurist. ما دام احتياط وجوبي تقدر تعدل بيه.
We talked about if that person is Muslim, he cannot do. If that person, the assistant, be worker,
Hey.
we cannot ask him to do tayammum for us, to help us.
If he is going to use his hands, if he is going to use his hands, it is not allowed. Yes.
In this case, what he used then? Sorry for the question, but
He's going to use my hands to help me.
I cannot because my hand's broken, for example.
I need to change him. I need to have another person.
I don't have just Sheikh Asif with me.
Okay, let's of it, a certain part of tayammum. After he passed that stage, for example, I finished wiping my forehead. Now I'm wiping what? My right hand, back of my right hand. He should ignore his doubt. He should ignore his doubt. And if that stage has not yet passed, if that stage has not yet passed, okay, if I just wipe my forehead, I remember, did I wipe my forehead? Okay, so I'm not entering to wipe the other hand. Here I have to do what? He should perform that part. I should go over my forehead and wipe it. Issue number 721. If after wiping the left hand, a man doubts whether or not he has performed his tayammum correctly, his tayammum is valid. His tayammum is valid. But look, this person after wiping the left hand, that means he is in the last step and he finished the last step of tayammum. He doubts whether or not he has performed his tayammum correctly or not. Not doubting about performing tayammum or not. No, his doubt about the tayammum, it was correct or not. مو شك انه تيمم او لا. الشك مالته كان انه تيمم صحيح او لا. تيمم صحيح او لا. ها؟ هذا الشخص he performs his tayammum, okay, and he finished wiping the last part of tayammum, which is the back of his left hand. Now he doubts, was his tayammum correct? Was his tayammum thoroughly or not? Or it was incorrect? Okay? So his tayammum is what? His tayammum is valid. But if his doubt is about the wiping of the left hand, not the whole tayammum, his doubt about what? About the left hand. If it cannot be said that he has passed that stage, he should wipe the left hand. That means after I finish wiping the back of my left hand, I'm saying, did I wipe left hand, the back of my left hand, in a correct way or not? Here I should go back and wipe it because I'm still in the same stage. I'm still in the same stage. So,
Wiping again?
yes, wiping the left hand only. The first doubt about the whole tayammum, was it correct or incorrect? After I finish what? After I finish wiping the left hand, we will say that your tayammum is valid. But the other doubt is about wiping my left hand. It was correct or not? Go and wipe it again.
Shaykh, just to search the similarity between the wudu and tayammum. Can we do the same with wudu or not?
Like what?
I doubt if I wipe my left hand, can I wipe it again?
If we are not out of al-urf, if you remember, when you have to move away from the maghasil, okay, to be away, and you want to do what? You want to wipe. So you have to keep wiping left hand or washing left hand until you reach to the point to the place where you want to wipe. Here you have to stop and to wipe your upper part of your head and the upper part of your legs or your feet. Why? Because عرفان نريد نعرف انه انت قاعد تتوضا. واضح الفكرة؟
Sir,
Yes.
what about the rule of faragh?
The rule of faragh, it works here. After you finish tayammum, you doubt about what? About the whole tayammum. Was it correct or incorrect?
Not the part of tayammum?
Not part of tayammum. Not part of tayammum. The whole tayammum. Was it correct or incorrect? Here we'll say قاعدة الفراغ.
I think the part of tayammum, the rule of tajawuz.
Yes. Yes. Not قاعدة الفراغ. Yes.
The same hukum?
No. Because with قاعدة التجاوز قلنا له ارجع امسح. إذا ما داخل مثلا أنا شكيت بمن؟ شكيت doubt about wiping the upper of my right hand. If I'm not in wiping my upper left hand, so I have to go back and wipe my right hand. If I am in the process of wiping the upper of my left hand, so I should ignore my doubt. Sheikh Ahmed Walid.
It's concerning wudu, as I understood that when I start wiping my arm, when I want to repeat my wiping, I should not reach the top of the finger. Concerning the repeating wiping, I should not reach the top of the finger. If I reach the top of the finger, it will be void if I repeat it.
From where you get this?
No, I confused.
No.
So if I reach the top of the finger, it is
Yes.
allowed to me to
Go over back and wipe it. Yes. This is the rule: is to wipe from the elbow till the end of the tips of your fingers. This.
It's like you remove something.
Okay. Not to stop right here and go back, because if you consider that your hand has been washed for the first, you just wipe up to here and you leave it, your wudu is void.
So if I doubt in this step, it is allowed to me to wipe it again.
Doubt about what? Doubt you didn't wipe your hand? Didn't you wash your hand?
Yeah, it is originally it is allowed to me to wipe.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, Sheikh Ahmed.
Sorry, when a person prepares tayammum, put his hand without put hand on his heart.
On his forehead?
Yeah. Without.
How it comes? شلون؟ شو احكي لي بالعربي؟
كيف يقدر الانسان يعني ان يضع يتوضا او يتيمم بدون وضع اليد على الجبهه، فقط على الجبينين. في اي حال مثلا.
لا مو جبير، احنا قلنا once if the forehead is what is burned or there is what some ailment in it, you can wipe right here. فقط قلنا إذا كان الجبهة إيش بيها؟ الجبهة كان بيها مرض، أذى، جرح، قرح، ما يقدر يمسح عليها، راح يمسح وين؟ على الجبين. هاي تذكرنا كنا. All right. Issue number 722. A person whose obligation is tayammum, and if he does not hope to be relieved of his excuse, هذا الobligation مالته شنو هو؟ tayammum. His duty is what? Tayammum. And his excuse for tayammum is he is not going to be relieved of it. It will never be away. It will never be exist. It continue with him. Okay? So a person whose obligation is tayammum, and if he does not hope to be relieved of his excuse وما عنده أمل إنه عذره للتيمم راح يرتفع during the entire time of Salah. During the entire time of Salah, he can ثابكم الله أصلح بالكم. Yes, during the entire time of Salah, he can do tayammum. He can do tayammum. At the beginning of when the time set for Salah, he can perform tayammum and to do Salah. Why? Because he knows, he believes that his excuse for tayammum is not going to be relieved. Okay, however, if he performs tayammum for some other obligatory or mustahab act, just like nafila, just like touching the Quran, okay, and his excuse on account of which his religious obligation is tayammum continues till the time of a prayer sets in, he can offer his prayer with that tayammum. This is according to Sayyid Sistani. This person, he performs tayammum for touching Quran. He wants to touch Quran, to make istikhara, to recite the verses of the Quran. Okay? So he performs tayammum for this mustahab act. And definitely there is a reason why he performs tayammum. There is a reason why he performs tayammum. Then the reason of making him or giving him an excuse to perform tayammum continue till what? Continue till the time for salah is set. The obligatory salah is set in. Now, can he perform his salah with that tayammum or not? Yes, he can do his salah. He can perform his salah with this tayammum, which he has performed it for what? For the mustahab or recommended act.
Until the beginning of time of Salah?
Yes, we said that. It is until the beginning of the commencement of the Salah. Yes. Yes, sir.
But at the same time, he can renew his tayammum if he wants.
He can
renew his tayammum. Repeat, if he wants.
I don't care about if he wants or not.
No, I said
The hukum shar'i is that can he perform his obligatory salah with the tayammum that he made it for the recommended act, in spite that the reason which give him, or the excuse which give him the permission to perform tayammum instead of ablution is still continuing? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. The last issue for today, issue number 723. If a person whose obligation is tayammum, knows that his excuse will continue till the end of the time of Salah. يعني عذره يستمر وين؟ إلى نهاية وقت الصلاة. And has no hope for its removal. وما عنده أمل بأنه هذا شنو؟ هذا العذر إنه راح يرتفع. He can offer a prayer with tayammum even during the early part of the time. بإمكانه إنه شو يسوي؟ بإمكانه إنه يؤدي الصلاة بداية الوقت ويا ذاك التيمم مع دوام العذر. That his excuse is continue. His excuse is continuing. But if he knows that his excuse will cease, لو علم بأنه العذر سوف ينقضي سوف يرتفع, okay, to exist by the end of the time, بنهاية الصلاة, he should wait and offer a prayer with wudu or ghusl as the case may be. عليه أن ينتظر آخر الوقت. إذا كان واجبه وضوء يتوضأ ويصلي, إذا كان واجبه غسل يغتسل ويصلي, مو يظل بالتيمم. يقول مو آخر وقت, إيه الصلاة بالوضوء أو بالغسل أفضل من التيمم, الطهارة المائية. In fact, if he has a glimmer of hope, حتى لو كان عنده شنو بصيص أمل, بصيص أمل, أمل ضعيف, a glimmer of hope that his excuse might be removed near the end of salah time. لو كان عنده بصيص أمل إنه ربما هذا العذر ينتهي ويلقى ماء قبل نهاية الصلاة, قبل نهاية وقت الصلاة, it will not be permissible for him to do tayammum and pray. ما نسمح له إنه يتيمم ويصلي until he loses hope altogether. حتى هذا بصيص الأمل يروح من عنده, لازم ينتظر ذاك الوقت. إجا الماي توضأ اغتسل صلى, توضأ أو اغتسل وصلى, ما إجا الماي يتيمم وصلى, والحمد لله. يا بلي شيخنا.
If he has no any hope to get a water or to remove the cure, and he did the right
with tayammum.
With tayammum. At the end, the time of salah, he can't get a water or this cure is removed. What he have to do? He return the right or what?
This is in the next issue, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. Yes.
I think I understand the tayammum in the last time only in the case of salah. But
also in case of salah, it is at the beginning, at the commencement of the salah time, if you do not have hope.
But in the case of touch the Quran, anytime.
Yes, recommended acts. Yes. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين.